Hello, dear students, and welcome to the very final class on writing. This class, we will discuss the following: the paragraph, the sentence, the text. But before that, let us ventilate our class as usual. Ventilation could be telling a story, telling a joke, or doing something in particular. But today's ventilation, as we are going to lay the final touch on the writing skills on your book, we would like to ask some questions. This will be as a ventilation for the class. The first question will be, dear students, about the paragraph. What's a paragraph? Yes, please, take the mic.
Paragraph is a section of a piece of writing, usually consists of several sentences dealing with a single subject.
Marvelous. This is fantastic. This is a very complete definition. Thank you very much for it. And another question will be about the sequence. What is the sequence of the taxonomy of the paragraph? Huh? Yes, please.
Words are the building blocks of sentences.
Yes.
Sentences are the building blocks of paragraphs. Paragraphs are the building blocks of text.
Marvelous. Again, this is very good again, because in the previous years, you've been told about the sequence of the taxonomy of the writing, which is there is a key word in a sentence, there is a key sentence in a paragraph, there is a key paragraph in a passage, there is a key passage in an essay. But because you moved to university, now you are university students, you don't have that definition no longer is existing. That definition will be about the previous years. But today, we are going to know that in great more details. Now let's have a look at the paragraph. First, we give a definition for the paragraph. Then we just make it our duty. We just make it our duty to tell you something in particular. Now we are going to talk about unit contents. First, we talk about the contents. The contents are introduction. We will introduce the topic sentence, the paragraph, of course. Then we will have some preview, which is again revision, and we will talk about the objective of the unit. What are the benefits that we are going to make out of this? And the last of which, we come to the characteristics of a good paragraph. But we ask one of the students to tell us about the characteristics. Could you please tell us about the characteristics of a good paragraph? Yes, please.
Unity.
Unity.
Completeness.
Completeness.
Order.
Order.
Coherence.
Coherence. That's wonderful again. That's wonderful again. A unity of a paragraph is very important. Following the unity is the completeness, which is the utterness, the completeness of the paragraph itself. Number 3 is the order. Order means organization, how you organize it, how you arrange it. Organization means arrangement of the paragraph. And the last one is the coherence. This means that they have to agree with each other. There must be linkage. There must be a linkage. They should be linked to each other. Now let's have a look here. Now let's have a look. You know, completeness is number 2. And order, coherence, we will also be looking at some exercises. And we are going to stop at the self-assessment questions. Also, we will be mentioning it. SAGS, you know SAGS is the abbreviation for self-assessment questions. And also paragraph development, we will have a look at it. And exercise 2, also SAGS, answer key. We will come. The answer key, dear students, will be on your book. So you don't have to worry about it. We don't mention it here. It will be on your book. And luckily enough, you have the pages. We have given you the pages of the book, and you follow them easily. You don't have to have any problem when you read out. Okay, let us begin. In this unit, we will discuss the following. Look at them. The concept. Concept means idea. The concept of a paragraph. What's the paragraph? We will know about this definition. Number two is the characteristics of a good paragraph. Number three, the development of a paragraph. Means it began and it went up. We just try to make ourselves accordingly. We put ourselves according to the paragraph. Then the last one is the different types of a paragraph, the different kinds, the different sorts of a paragraph. Let us have, as usual, there will be examples, exercises, and SAGs, as we have explained the word SAG. However, it is recommended that you keep an eye, as usual, when you read out. Let us move ahead and have the following also. It is generally acknowledged, generally acceptable, generally accepted that the fact that through exposure to a good models of paragraph, you might be well off than many others. So let's have a look here. We will learn how to write good paragraphs. You write a good paragraph following the taxonomy. Taxonomy means organization. You know, taxonomy means organization of a paragraph. And now, what's a paragraph? This is a complete definition. The Oxford Advanced Dictionary gave you this definition. This is the best dictionary ever, as we said last time. The best dictionary ever. You should buy this dictionary because it is very important and it will ease your task, your assignment when you read out. Please try to have this dictionary by hook or by crook. And as a section of a piece of writing, it is a section of a piece of writing usually consisting of several sentences dealing with one topic, with a single topic, with a single subject. The first sentence of a paragraph, of course, it starts on a new line. That goes without saying. And let's have another look at this. The definition tells four things. Do you know what are they? They are, it is a section of writing text. This is number one. Number two, or it can be an essay. Essay means long passage, a composition, or an article, etc. It is made up of a number of sentences. This one you have to know. The paragraph is made up of sentences. As I said, a letter, we mentioned that before. A letter is a building block of a word. And a word is the building block of a sentence. A sentence is a building block of a paragraph. A paragraph is a building block of an essay or a text. You know, this is very important. So, it is made up of a number of sentences. It deals with one idea, one topic. It deals with one concept, topic or subject. Each paragraph starts on a separate line, you know. Each paragraph starts on a separate line. Now let's have a look here. The definition tells four things. We mentioned them. Now we move on. Each paragraph starts on a separate line. This is very important. Your paragraph should start on a separate line. Otherwise, it will not be a paragraph. If it does not start on a separate line, this means that you are going to make tautology. You are going to embed them into each other. They will be embedded and nobody knows about them. The reader will be confused. Your reader will be confused. Let us have another definition. Comes from writing in paragraph. This is by some English people. Dorothy Domack and Carol Islam wrote about all of the sentences explain the writer's main idea. You know main idea? Most important idea. The main idea is the most important idea in the paragraph. So, about that topic, when the writer wants to write about a new main idea, he or she begins a new paragraph. Now let's have this one also. This definition agrees with the OALD. This is abbreviation. You know the abbreviation for what? Oxford Learner's Dictionary. Oxford Learner's Advanced. A stands for Advanced Learner's Dictionary. OALD, when you find it, please don't shy away. Don't shy away from this definition, because it's important. The definition stands for Oxford Advanced Learner's Dictionary. And as I told you, this is the best dictionary ever. You should have it. You should have it. Don't borrow it from someone and then give it back to him. No. Try to take it as your own. Because if it is not your own, you don't have, for every word you would like to look up in the dictionary, you go to your neighbor and then you bring the dictionary. No. The dictionary should be in your library. Should be in your bookcase at home. You see? This is very important. Now let's have a look here. The definition agrees with the oath on the main aspects, with the dictionary on the main aspects of a paragraph. But it specifies the number of sentences as being about 6 to 12 sentences. A paragraph should have ranging from 6 to 12 sentences. This is a paragraph. Less than that will not be a paragraph. More than that will be tautology. You see? So, the most important things to know about the paragraph are that. The most important things to know about the paragraphs are that. A paragraph should deal with one and only one idea. For example, if you have a paragraph, you should have one topic. But if you keep on jumping, skimming we call, skipping from here to there, this will make confusion to your reader. And that will not be a paragraph. That will be something else. So, a paragraph has to be made up of a reasonable number of sentences. Not too long and not too short. Reasonable. It has to be consisting of reasonable number of sentences. And also, a paragraph is to be taken as a component of a text. It has to be taken as a component of a text. All the sentences should explain the main idea of the writer. Your writer has an idea in mind. How can you try to reach that idea? You reach it through his writing. You reach the idea of your writer through his writing. Then, if you don't follow the rule here, you might go astray. So, a paragraph has to stand out as a separate block. Each new paragraph should start on a new line. By so doing, you give your reader a very important writing. You are neat in your writing. You present your topic in a good way. But if you try to make lines together, sentences put into each other, you might confuse your reader, and you might confuse yourself, and also you might lose the appetite for reading. The appetite must be there. You might use the appetite for reading. So let's have another thing. A paragraph has to be made up of a reasonable number of sentences. We said that. A paragraph has characteristics. Now let us have a look at them one by one. A good paragraph has to have 4 characteristics. Let's have a look at them. This is unity, and we will also define unity in the long run, in the short run, and completeness, order, which means organization of your paragraph, and the last one is coherence. You mentioned that and you said that. You are very good students. Thank you. And the unity, we will define it here. We will make a definition. Unity in the paragraph means the internal consistency. The consistency, the linkage inside the paragraph. It has to have one idea. The coherence is also, because all of these four go together. All of these four criteria go together. You see? Again, unity in the paragraph means the internal consistency. This is achieved, you attain it, you reach it by making the paragraph talks about one idea. If you talk about one idea, this means that you are going to be a good reader for your writer. If you stick to one idea. If the writer sticks to one idea, he might be a good writer for a reader. Or they might be in each other. You see? They might also integrate each other, we say. They integrate each other. They integrate each other. And now let's have, this is achieved by making the paragraph talks about one idea only, one concept. All the sentences of the paragraph should go in the same direction. They should follow the rule, because we need a writer who can intrigue the reader. If a writer does not intrigue the reader, that writer might not have a very good, famous reputation, famous place within his writing. So, let us stick to this definition again. Any sentence that goes away from the overall direction of the paragraph destroys the unity of the paragraph. Destroy. It destroys because it makes a confusion to the reader. The reader might be confused and he will not know what are you writing about if you keep on having many ideas together. You see? So, completeness, this is number 2. Completeness of a paragraph, we were talking about unity. Now we are going to talk about completeness of the paragraph. This means that the information provided by the paragraph should leave the reader with no question marks in his mind. Your reader should not have any question marks in his mind. You see? It should provide the amount of information that will satisfy the reader. On the other hand, look at that one. On the other hand, completeness of the paragraph means that there should not be more information, as I told you, than is needed, or less information than is required. So you have to keep balance. You have to keep balance. A lot of information will confuse your reader. Less information, little information might also confuse. So you have to keep balance. You keep balance between the two. Too much information will be boring. Boring means monotonous. Boring means monotonous. Too little information, as I said, will be frustrating. Frustrating means does not give any idea of following up. You get bored, you get frustrated, you don't want it again. You don't want to read for your reader, you don't want to read for your writer again. Your writer must be neat in his handwriting, and it must be neat in his ideas also. He has to have one concept. Now let us follow. Look at the following examples. As I said, we will illustrate that with examples. We will illustrate what we are going to say about that, what we are going to say with examples also. Look at the following example. Which of them gives too much information? Number 1, which of them gives too little information? Which of them seems to be giving the right amount of information? Number 1, example 1. Try, dear student, to be keen on that point. This is very important. Number 1, young learners learn indirectly. Young learners learn indirectly, not in a direct way, indirectly, rather than directly. They learn one thing while they are learning something else. These are the kids, you know, these are the little children. Even if they sometimes seem not to be paying attention, they also learn. They seem not to be paying attention, but they learn in their internal mind. Young learners learn indirectly, as we said. For example, directly you say, this is my ear. But indirectly you say, it is my ear here. So this is the difference. And now let us go back to example B. Young learners learn indirectly rather than directly. They learn when they are playing or singing or drawing or coloring even. They learn one thing while they are learning something else. 2 at a time, 2 jobs at a time, moonlighting. But that's for the kids, because that's an act of God. It is inserted in their minds. So let us have, even if they sometimes seem not to be paying attention, they also learn. They are skillful, very good at eavesdropping. Eavesdropping means listening. Eavesdropping means listening. What's the difference between listening and eavesdropping? Eavesdropping means you listen stealthily without someone knowing that you are listening. But listening might be directly. So this is the difference. Eavesdropping, you get back, you come by the back of someone and you listen to what they say. But listening is directly. Listening is directly. You listen to someone. This is the difference. They have an exceptional power. You see, this is eavesdropping. They are skillful eavesdroppers. Eavesdroppers means good listeners, skillful. They have an exceptional power to Bluetooth whatever material. Bluetooth is a verb here. Bluetooth is a verb. They have an exceptional power to Bluetooth whatever material that lie within the range of their wireless network. This is very important. Children are very important. You know, they develop this from birth up. They grow up until they grow up. They become very grown-up people, adults. Now let's have a look here. Order. The order of a paragraph is very important as well. In a good paragraph, information is not dumb. By the way, the word information is singular in the American English, in the British English, sorry. In the British English, it is singular. The information is. But the American English says informations. They put an S at the end of the word information. So if you find an S at the end of the word information, it is an American word. They say informations. They pluralize it. They make it plural. But the British don't do that. In the British English, they don't make it plural. Take this. Don't take it for granted, but take this idea. You see, in a good paragraph, information is not dumb in a haphazard manner. Dumb means you can't hear it. Dumb, you can't speak about it. So information has to be put in order. You have to make a taxonomy so that it follows smoothly and the reader can follow it easily. Don't confuse your reader. A writer must not confuse his readers. This is a good writer. Now let's have the last one. There are 4 common ways of ordering information in the paragraph. But before that, let us highlight again the characteristics of a good paragraph. Unity, coherence, order, and completeness. You don't have to put them in order. You can say them haphazardly. But when you come to the skills of the English language, you have to put them in order. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now let's have, there are 4 common ways of ordering information, of making information one by one, of setting information one by one in the paragraph, from general to particular, from particular to general, from whole to part, from question to answer, or from effect to cause. Again, let me highlight this once again. There are 4 common ways of ordering information, of putting them in order, of making organization for your information in the paragraph. From general idea to particular. Particular means very special idea. From general to particular, from particular to general, this is vice versa, you know, vice versa, vice versa. Or from whole to part, from whole, all of the thing, to part. And the last one is from question, question, by the way, don't say question. A lot of people say question. That's wrong. That's wrong pronunciation. It is never acceptable. So it is question, question. From question to answer, or from effect to cause. Let us stop at number 4, please. Question can be a verb. This is for your own benefit. It is not included in the book, but for your own benefit. Question can be a verb. Question can be a noun. When can it be a verb? For example, he questioned me on the reading. This is a verb. What did he do? He questioned me. He asked me questions. He asked me questions. Question here is a noun. So let us have answer, the same. Answer can be a verb, an answer can be a verb, and can be a noun. For example, answer my question. This is a verb. There is no answer for your question. This is a noun. You see, this is very important. And last of which, you have effect and cause. Effect, for example, the rain is the effect of having clouds highlight up in the sky or high in the sky. You have clouds, the effect, a rain will come. That's the cause. The cause and the effect, you know. This is very important. And now let's have a look at from general to particular. Here, the paragraph begins with a topic sentence. Topic sentence means the very first sentence in a paragraph. For example, my wife, who is currently in London, has just had a new baby. My wife is, you know, the keyword in a sentence, isn't it? It is a keyword in a sentence. So the whole thing will be the topic sentence. My wife, comma, who is now in London, has had a new baby. So this is the topic sentence. Here the paragraph begins with a topic sentence which introduces, which gives definition to the subject of the paragraph in a brief way. In a brief way, you don't have to make it longer. It works like an introduction to paragraph, the sentences that follow the topic sentence. And to this, before we mention something about this, I will stop here and ask you some questions. For example, if you want to make a good paragraph, what should you do? If you want to make a good paragraph, if you want to write a good paragraph. This is a general question. Could you answer it, please? If you want to write in a better way, to make a good paragraph, what shall you do? You shall choose a topic. You choose a topic, isn't it? You choose a topic. Choosing the topic is very important when you write a paragraph. So let me ask you another question. A word, as we said, is a building block of a sentence. So what is a sentence? Then, if a word is a building block of a sentence, what is a sentence? A sentence. Yes, take the mic, please. Take the mic, please.
Sentences are the big blocks of paragraphs.
Of a paragraph, yes. The sentence is a building block of a paragraph. Marvelous. This is fantastic. So, what's a paragraph? Once again, what's a paragraph? To sum up what we are saying, yes?
A paragraph is a building block of text.
Yes, wonderful. That's right. You have digested the lesson. You have understood what I'm saying. And now you shall take off, if you like. Yes. Let me ask you also, let me ask you another question. Don't put the mic back. Don't put it back. Take it up to your mouth. So what are the characteristics once again, so that we are going to sum up what we are saying? Yes.
Unit,
Yes.
completeness, order, coherence.
Marvelous. This is fantastic. I have nothing to say. Dear students, to this end, we have ended everything from particular to general, from general to particular, from everything. And now, by so doing, we have laid a very solid foundation on your book, the skills, the writing skills. So, dear students, with this, we conclude for today, and I hope to see you next time for another book, because your book has been completed. Thank God and thank goodness as well. We have finished the first book, and then we meet for the second book if nothing intervenes. Let me thank you very much and thank the team working to reproduce behind the curtains of the cameras in the studio. Let me thank them as well, because anyone who does not thank people does not thank God. So at this end, I would like to end the class, hoping that we meet once again. Let me congratulate you on the finishing of the first book on writing skill. Thank you very much. Once again, thank for the team working to reproduce these classes.